Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy William Mars of Mars Nation here with
Virginia Holmes of the Hazar Artist Collective, and we are
MCC's Talk to My City. What's good?
What's poppin'?
So what we got going on today is that we got one of our local artists up here. What's your name, sir?
I go by Bruce LaRonde from Greensboro, North Carolina.
Yeah. Music is dope. Got a nice little bop to it. You know, it's like you can listen to it and dance to it. That's why I like that. I do love that. So, what is what's one of the inspirations that got you in the scene?
Well, my dad is a jazz musician, so spending time with my dad as a kid meant spending time in the studio, spending time in rehearsals and shows. My mom's a dancer, so that was weekends.
So it worked out.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
So that's where the dance background came from.
Yeah. I never really started. It was just always there.
In it.
Yeah.
You weren't there, but we were at the Cultural Arts Center, and it was me, the Lincoln, and we were tearing it up and everything. Of course, we brought the vibes, dance vibes. We had people like, yo, come through, come dance. It was you and someone else. But he put out some Michael Jackson joint. I was like, okay, he can probably come out and do something. But I was like, we're like, oh. Dude stole the spotlight. I was like, okay, we ain't got to do shit now.
Nah. That was a cool day though.
Yeah.
Because that was our first time meeting too.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a lot of dope artists there. We were around a bunch of dope art periods, like those paintings and stuff like that.
It was definitely a nice vibe.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. Definitely can't wait for COVID to go away.
Oh my God, man.
Or, just...
Because you can't mesh people like that no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was like the last of the last.
I can tell by your swag that you have a little bit of flair to you, but your style is like very diverse. It's not really, one dimensional. So like, what are some of your major influences, like beyond, of course, like family, like that you would say inspires your craft and your talents?
Well, I only started with family because that was like the vehicle that got all that music to me. Like, it's when you're doing those things, like you hear anything from the Isley Brothers to Bobby Womack, then you jump all the way to like when you actually growing up, Master P was dropping every week, it felt like, you know what I'm saying? No Limit was dropping every week, Lil Wayne was on the come up. So it was like, inside, outside life, in the house you hearing this and outside the house you hearing this because you got, to maintain yourself on both sides. So yeah, just the mixtures. And of course, I love Michael Jackson. So y'all had yourself beat when that happened.
Oh yeah, we played track.
Y'all was beat when that happened.
I'm not a good dancer. All I know how to do is twerk.
That's fine. Let's dance.
How you not? Yo.
No.
These days.
Not what Salisbury thought. Salisbury thought you were in the crew. Yeah.
It made more money than Michael Jackson. You get it? I promise you that.
Again, like you two are coordinated though. Like, look at your swag.
Thank you.
Your sending is definitely being received.
I feel like style definitely comes with being an artist.
Yeah.
It does. Because it starts early on to look like nobody. Well, at first I think you do. Yeah. And then it like wears on you.
Once you find you, that's when you like.
It's hard to go back, man. Yeah. And then you start to see like, as consistent as you can build consistency. Like people start to kind of do what you do a little bit. They won't tell you it's yours.
Yeah.
They won't tell you that. Not at all. They can't do that. But you see you in, and it's kind of cool.
Right.
Yeah. I think individuality as an artist is important because creating is inspiration to people. Like a lot of people can't just take a blank canvas and create something, from nothing. And that's really a true manifestation. I think overall it's very important to know, like, if anybody ain't copying you, you probably not popping. Like you probably are boring. You probably are normal, and it's good to be different. I don't know. Like I don't ask permission. I just try stuff.
Like your genre music. What would you categorize as?
In my eyes, everything is hip hop these days. You know what I'm saying? You add a little something, put a little something, set in the third, it's still hip hop.
Yeah.
Like, because it's a culture. Rap is music. Hip hop's a culture. So, like, if you want to just make the people's music, pop music is hip hop music now. So that's why I have to categorize that now. Because now I don't just sing. I don't just rap. Like, I'm doing the same thing. Like, it's not
you're
even
creative.
That. Yeah, it's not even that I don't want to use somebody else on the feature. It's just like I wrote that part for me when I heard it. Right. So I want to hear it on the other side of my ear as me. Like, that's just what that is. So, and it gets hard to put me on the ticket sometimes. I got in trouble with that a little bit when I was on a label. It was like, well, we're going to put you on the show. What songs you going to do? Because your best songs don't match well here. It don't match well there, but they doing well. Like, what do you do? So You know, you just find your way.
I feel like sometimes it's like the people that try to bring you in, like especially if they know who you are.
Yeah.
They know what kind of music you bring, the atmosphere you bring, and the crowd you bring. So it's like, is that kind of like their fault?
Yeah and nay.
Yeah and nay.
Because the thing about it is, when you choose to make music, you got two options.
Yeah.
Either one, you're going to make music, the music that you love, and you're not going to stop doing that. Or two, you're going to have to get into the music business. And that's making music that they like, that you can make consistently. You know what I'm saying? On the real, artists gonna have one or two real big bangs, and that's at the beginning. And now they just want you to stay consistent. Can we love you the same? You know what I'm saying? Cardi B stays on top because she makes you feel Bodak Yellow over and over and over again.
That's Cardi.
Yeah, for real. That up is crazy. It's 3 dudes. It was crazy. Nobody's paying attention. It's 3 dudes making beats right now. That's just charting. Nobody else is doing it.
Nobody else is doing it.
It's 3 to go look at it. It's 3 dudes sitting up there. And that's amazing. Like they got this sound just trapped in this corner, but it's
like
good pocket.
And there's like a million different artists out there. But you said like 3?
Yeah, it's 3. Like listen to all your favorite songs, listen to the tags in the beginning, you will hear the same guys.
So what you say with like you as an artist, what set you different from other artists?
I'm not afraid. You know, I've found that comes from not being afraid to study. You know, since sometimes you can be afraid to approach the information because the truth is scary. You know what I'm saying? How hard you actually about to have to work to do this thing that you want to do. So, man, I think it did me a lot to just go and see what markets were there, see what people are actually listening to.
So you studied first before you came out there?
Yeah, break away from your iPhone and actually listen to the radio.
Yeah.
When you get to go to a stoplight, I'm weird, so I like turn my radio off and see what's happening over there. You know what I'm saying? Just to feel like, you know, okay, I know I'm abreast of what's going on. So now, how does it mesh with what I want to do? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to sell out. That's not who I am. That's not me. So how do I make music that I'm going to like, that you're going to rock with too? How is that going to happen? And that's how you end up making a whole bunch of songs and releasing an album where you got 10. You know what I'm saying? Just because I know that we can touch base here. You know what I'm saying? That's most important. You don't want to put a whole bunch of money into a project and then you don't get nothing back. You know what I'm saying? That's a terrible feeling. It's a terrible feeling. So just the fear, not having the fear of being able to do a vast, just list of music, style of music. You know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid to rap and then sing on the next one. I'm not afraid to rap and sing on the same song.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think it's important, again, like I said, just like have a pocket of opportunity that's like only like important, like not necessarily important but custom to you.
Yeah.
That you can create, and that makes you creative. It makes you also like kind of necessary to the community because you have a lot of people out here chasing a sound or a look or an idea of what success looks like, and it's like, or it is an experience, even a moment. And so like, I don't know, I like to see artists, and I like to listen to all types of music. So I liked that the few songs I heard and the ones I kind of went on your Instagram before we came on. Just like, who's this guy? Oh, hey Bruce. Hey Bruce. Hey. I didn't slide or nothing. I promise. I didn't say the verse because I think art is a dying breed to some degree. Like it's ever evolving, but actually like being creative is something, and organic.
Someone's always trying to control you.
Yeah, and so because you know we have several independent endeavors that we have our hands in and work on, and like just having really getting like, cause I feel like the momentum is just starting to pick up a bit with a lot of like art projects and podcasts.
Oh yeah, thanks to you.
Miss Shy over there is making it roll.
Yeah, bro, she is.
Oh, Miss Shy is making it roll. What happened? No.
Why I say that Hazard is the voice
about that?
When I say with the voice, we just the hands that help push her forward.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
I would be nothing without my team.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's weird is I think I've gotten that for so long. I don't think it bothers me anymore.
It don't.
And not only does it not bother me, I see like people. It's cool to see people go through the phases you used to. Yes, sir. No, it's cool to see people go through the phases you used to, because it's like at one point the haters did motivate you. That was fuel. At a certain point, when you start reaching for other things, the hate's not enough. It's not enough no more. It's the fact that you don't like me don't motivate me no more.
Right.
Like I'm looking at something else, and it's like what you giving me don't help me reach the way I need to reach. So now you got to look for something else, and that's when you got to answer other questions. Do I really want this? Because if I'm doing what I'm doing based off the fact that they hate me, they hate that I do this, I'm faking too.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm adding to this.
I ain't gonna lie, being an artist coming up, I was like, okay, you don't like me. Oh, you're not gonna put me on the card. I'm gonna make you regret that. And then I moved forward. Then now that I'm at the part where I'm at now, I'm like you said, like, damn, okay, I kind of want to go more places now because I know I'm good now.
But you can't tell me it's in your every stroke. At one point it was.
Yeah.
If that really happened and that really sat in there like that, at one point it's in your every stroke.
Yeah.
Then again, when you go back, you don't feel it no more. It's not even a moment.
No.
It's just not there no more.
It's not there no more.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like, definitely like people, the naysayers definitely fueled me to move forward. Because, growing up, I guess with you too, people would say like, why you do this? Why don't you just go get a 9-to-5 or just quit doing that? You should work on other stuff, this and that, third. I was like, no, this is something I love to do. And I plan on pushing it forward.
I love your backstory. I think we all can say that we have had some unorthodox introduction into the art community, but I don't know. I think everyone's journey really speaks volumes. Like how you just continue to keep persistent really speaks volumes. To really your hunger for it and what you're really willing to do to acquire what you want. And so, with that being said, are there any major events coming up? Any major projects coming up that we should know about? How did COVID inspire you to secure the bag?
So, for the last 4 years, I actually been in a contract, with a label, and I was signed as a writer/artist, which was really just songwriter. You know what I'm saying? I was taking the checks for doing that, and
so you write someone else's music?
Yeah.
Okay.
And to the
I
point
hear it's
where
lucrative business though.
it is very lucrative. What they don't tell you is it's even more lucrative if you sign a non-disclosure.
Yeah.
So with me being in the situation I was being in, indie artist, you want that money up front. I ain't really got time to waste. The kind of the Lil Wayne situation. So once I got out of that, here's what's crazy about it. The song you love, Lil Miss Hot,
Yeah.
they laughed. So here's the funny part about that. I'm taking these checks because I'm writing these songs in 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? How these triplets, not easy that is. I put 10 dots on a piece of paper.
Right.
I'm done with your song. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Get you out the way. I'm sitting in the studio now. It's gonna take me more time teaching you how to do this song than it took me to write it. So I'm making that bag easy. But when I got ready to do that song, I did a demo of the song and I played it for him.
Yeah.
Played it in the wrong place. Let me explain. It's Rottweilers and Pit Bulls. It's guns all over the place. It's at least 4 people in here rolling up. I know for a fact if somebody knock on the door, somebody gonna grab and look because they got problems with this going on. These are the people that's in that room.
Yeah.
But this is my joint, so I'm not scared, right? Yo, when I say they laughed me out of the room, However, 2,000 streams later, I feel all right about that. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't really bother me as much as it did. When I say they ran up and down, this just runs through my mind to this day. It bothers me. It shouldn't because the song is done well. But it bothers me just hearing and seeing. I can still see it. Them hopping down the hallway. Ow, ow, ow. Doing the little hooks in the ad-libs. I'm not going to play that, boy. You know what I'm saying? It happened. You know what I'm saying? These are the people that's with me every day that's cultivating everything else I do. When I'm sitting at that keyboard, you love everything else I do.
Yeah.
That's why you keep giving me the check. But when I want to do my thing and it's something different, getting commercial play, because what did you ask me for? Something that was clean so we could get going. Mm-hmm. What happened? Boom, you throw that on. That's something completely different. Threw your ear off.
Yeah.
It did exactly what it was supposed to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not even a single. I didn't put no singles on that album. How you get 2,000 streams on the song? No single. I didn't even tell you it was there.
Right.
You found it and you liked it.
Mm-hmm. So
I get out my contract because COVID made everybody start cutting stuff down. Mm-hmm. I offered up, yo, let's go. You know what I'm saying? If y'all chopping, if I gotta be next, I'm next. What's up? Because I already knew that my producer Guru was about to get out of his contract too. Right. So now we about to link up and do this thing. I'm 1,000% sure. Before it even happened though, earlier we were talking about you come to that crossroad, you gotta decide if you're gonna do it or not. I had to decide now, okay, you're not on the label no more. There's no funding. That's all you now. Mm. You gotta do everything from promotion to paying for studio time, logo, any type of outside advertising, the footwork, the networking, see who messing with you and who not messing with you now because you're not connected to them no more. Who gonna feel some type of way about that? How you can shop this music, who gonna take it in and who not, because for even to sit down with some of these people, it's $45 an hour. Even to talk to them and shop the music.
Right.
You understand? So now I'm literally sitting on my bed and this is probably a week after Kobe dies. Right? That's my milestone in life. Forget New Year's. Kobe dying. That's my milestone. Probably the week after that, I was ready to go. I made the decision. We're gonna do this, and I ain't scared. And I'm gonna make what I wanna make. I'm gonna fund it. I'm gonna be broke. I'm gonna get a lot of ramen, and let's do this.
Hey, ramen ain't bad.
Ramen ain't bad. That's a lot of seasoning in the world, brother.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot of seasoning in the world. So
get real creative, ramen.
Yeah.
That's what you know.
Yeah.
With all of your music influences, from your mom being a dancer to your dad being a jazz musician, right?
Yeah.
You have really, like you said, like kind of been well groomed into this dynamic, I guess, like artist, like
right.
just full-fledged
Ready.
machine.
Right.
And so I think COVID, like the reason I asked is because I think everyone had something major happen. I don't know. I feel like overcoming things has always just been a pattern for me as an artist. I'm a subjective painter. So like I create abstract pieces of art on canvas. I also do murals. And I hold events with my partner. I do quite a few things now, but when I first started, I was a street artist. I was painting on the street in Winston-Salem and in Charlotte, like doing just random stuff because I wanted to create. And I remember nobody fucking with me. Like nobody took a second to even consider my work, but there were a couple people who would stop by, see what I was doing. And so like my hair, I've always worn colors in my hair and stuff before it was ever cool. I feel like I came up non-denominational. Like, so we were baptized as kids, raised Southern Baptist because we're from North Carolina, but I had a very my grandma's from Brooklyn. Like we would go to New York as kids, and I would see a lot of street stuff. I always did art. I always did like something creative, but it didn't kind of change the influence around me. Really, the art that I did, like being creative, really didn't come into my adult life. As a kid growing up, I was really about like just trying to make it and survive. And so I took that with me into becoming an artist, into becoming creative. And I realized that really, like I made a statement earlier, we're all in the game. And like everybody's level is different, sure enough. But I think having the will to survive will take you further than anything. And I admire you saying, that was a very dark time for you in your life because a lot of people didn't make it out. And like you said, like we started out losing Kobe and like, not that of course it's not funny, but I'm saying like, it's just reality for us. Yeah. And it's a very humbling experience, and it had to be, I think, something that shook our people to really see, like, there can be nothing too much bigger like than what we're supposed to achieve, and that's our purpose. Yeah, if you're not working to achieve your purpose, you're taking up space. And not that means that, things are just supposed to happen, but sometimes they do. And so with whatever time that you're here, doing what it is you consider your passion, like make it worthwhile.
Yeah. So if somebody was trying to get in the industry, in the community, just become a singer, songwriter, or whatever like that, what advice would you give that person?
Do you think it's worth it? Do you think like tapping into the industry is really worth it, or is it necessary? Because you have things like social media now that are not a part of the industry. You have the internet, literally YouTube is a label. Okay, like let's talk about it. TikTok is a label. Right. Instagram is a label. You have people who are getting paid off of just exposure alone. So what's the point? If I have the creativity to be a TikTok influencer and make more money or get more streams, because honestly, the only reason why those Cardi B dancers and stuff, she don't own them streams. Right. They using her song. I know that. She gonna get paid from those streams, but she's not gonna get paid from the TikTok people. And then vice versa. you know? And it's like,
Here's the facts of it. I would say you gotta know who you are. If you don't think that your music can carry, as in like you can stay consistent musically alone, go ahead. Excuse me. Take that contract. You know what I'm saying? You're really just trying to make the bread. But if you feel like this is something that you can find at least a piece of that you love, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a ton of people who made 2 rap songs and realized they really like directing. Like, you know what I'm saying? They just had to do one video and realize like, yo, that's a whole lot better than what I'm doing. But when else would you get that exposure? You know what I'm saying? So I always encourage everybody to try it, just like you try food, just like you try a city, you try a date. You know what I'm saying? If it don't go well, get out. If it's something that, just keeps pushing you away, get out.
Please get out.
Please get out, because you're taking my space, okay? So you're looking at you, then you be looking at me. Bruce, why you ain't blew up yet? Why you ain't sharing my stuff yet? Why you ain't do that?
It's got personal.
your ability to be successful. And like you said, I guess you did say it, it depends on the type of person you are and how you really perceive success. Because again, I'm very confident that the entire industry is about to shift.
I was just about to say that. I meant to say that. Yo, in a couple of years, the industry will be a radio station. A bunch of old catalogs that they own, because that's all they gonna own. Even superstars as you know it are about to be completely gone. Either you gonna pay attention or you not. Right. Listen, literally what just happened. Meek Mill, you would think everybody would know. Why? He didn't have the drink thing. Jay-Z helps get you out of jail. Like, you know what I'm saying? These are just the things that put you on the tabloid.
Right.
You made a Kobe Bryant bar, and his wife said, who lives in Los Angeles, a music hub, said, I've never heard your music. You know what that means? She can turn your channel off.
Right.
She doesn't have to hear you.
Right.
If you're Meek Mill, and that's Vanessa Bryant, who lives in Los Angeles, who's thrown in a circle with a lot of people.
Different people in the industry. And she said
on her own.
And she said she never heard you.
And she says she's never even heard your music. That means that she's got a ton. And you think she don't listen to music? She's doing TikToks all the time.
Right.
She listens. She don't listen to you. So that's the thing. Everybody's gonna have that selection now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tune into you because I like the way you do your colors. You know what I'm saying? I like the way, you know what I'm saying, you form this concept and that concept and it becomes this new thing. Right. So I watch you now because I'm familiar, which also means a lot. You know what I'm saying? To stay consistent, I keep using that word because it means a lot. Even if they don't like you, I got a ton of people that say they don't like me. Mm-hmm. Check on there. I guarantee you it's a couple of them. Hey, can't stop watching me, but they don't like me. You understand? Not all y'all. I know folk that love me. Don't do that. I know it's about to happen. I know I love y'all too.
I think that's just the difference. And I love your persona. I love your energy. I love your dynamic. But I can tell like it's just driven by so much of like a hunger to establish, I think, a finite place for your artistry. I hope that you obtain it. I really do.
Know yourself.
Right.
Number 2 is stay true to it. So, yeah.
All right.
Well,
that's it. Thank you for coming through, Bruce.
Absolutely. That was beautiful.
Music, phenomenal. Words, swag on infinity. All right.
I appreciate it.
It's your boy, William Mars. Virginia Hayes of the Hayes Art. I wasn't going to say it, but you changed it.
Sorry. I know. No, it's your girl, Virginia of the Hayes Art Artist Collective. Checking in again with you and Mr. Bruce here, the man of the hour. I'm super excited, for what's next and what's coming up. I want to invite you to your party.
Absolutely.
We all coming.
Yeah. We all in.
I'll be my friend.
But yeah, thank you for tuning in and watching MCC's Talk to My City. And we out. Peace.
Peace.